All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're taking a deep anatomical look at the digital heartbeat of your PC. Specifically, we are focusing on how the telemetry landscape has shifted in Windows 11 versions 24H2 and 25H2. With the massive integration of AI capabilities, Copilot features, and some really deep system hooks dropping in these updates, we're going to look under the hood to see exactly what data is flowing from your machine straight back to Microsoft servers.
So, to kick things off, we really need to ask a pretty crucial question about those invisible, highly technical conversations happening right now in the background of your operating system. Whether you're gaming, compiling code, or just browsing the web, Windows is constantly taking notes. The real question is, what exactly is it recording, and why?
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover the Windows telemetry reality, required data essentials, optional data performance trends, Microsoft Edge and browsing, and finally, how to view your diagnostic data. Starting with Section 1, the Windows telemetry reality, the privacy paradox.
So, what are we actually talking about here? Well, diagnostic data is basically proactive maintenance. By collecting system information and error reports across a massive global sample size, Microsoft can spot a security vulnerability or some bizarre bug and push out a fix before it ever actually impacts your specific machine. It absolutely supports the overall health of Windows 11 devices, but it inherently involves a major trade-off regarding data sharing. I mean, to get the fix, you kind of have to share the data.
And this brings us to the great divide in Windows telemetry. Required versus optional data. Required data is Microsoft essentially forcing the issue to keep your machine functional and secure. Optional data, on the other hand, steps right into the behavioral realm. This is how you personally use the machine, which Microsoft uses to tailor experiences or, offer personalized tips.
Moving to Section 2, Required Data, the Essentials, which is basically the skeleton of 24H2 and 25H2.
If we look at Census hardware and memory events, we can see the base-level metrics sent back to Microsoft. Under the Census hardware category, Windows is reporting your chassis type, whether you're on a desktop or a laptop, along with your exact device model name and the version of your TPM security module. Meanwhile, Census memory reports metrics like your exact total physical RAM. This is absolutely crucial because it helps Microsoft determine if, say, a specific crash is only happening on laptops with a certain amount of memory. It lets them pinpoint those tricky hardware-specific bugs.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. You might wonder how specific this required data gets during an abnormal shutdown. Well, under the telemetry event for shutdowns, Windows doesn't just log that the PC crashed. It literally tracks if you were holding down the power button in frustration to force the machine off using a field called long power button press detected. Seriously, no joke, Microsoft knows exactly when you rage quit your PC. I know, it sounds a little invasive, right? But this required data is strictly functional and heavily focused on diagnostics for updates and recovery. For instance, WAS Medic events track your free drive space to figure out exactly why that huge Windows update just failed, and they'll even delete corrupt data stores to try again. Windows Error Reporting captures specific bug check codes and the exact size of your crash dump files to map out system failures. It's highly detailed, sure, but it brings immense relief to the engineers trying to keep this massive OS stable. All right, Section 3, Optional Data, Performance Trends. Let's look at the muscle of your PC.
At the very core of these common data extensions is a literal diagnostic heartbeat. If you have optional data turned on, Windows actually sends a regular pulse to Microsoft simply to ensure the telemetry system itself is working correctly. It is quite literally telemetry for the telemetry.
If you actually opt in, the sheer volume of behavioral tracking is, well, it's honestly staggering. Windows measures exactly how long it takes your start menu to appear. It tracks browser tab switch times, app launch times, even the exact milliseconds it takes for your face to unlock the device. It even measures exactly how long it takes your machine to negotiate an IP address from your Wi-Fi router. It goes even deeper, down to the microscopic power draw of your system. Optional data tracks power usage broken down by specific components, like your CPU, GPU, and display. It analyzes battery drain, pinpointing which rogue background processes are secretly requesting power even when your screen is completely off. This data helps them optimize battery life across the board. But yeah, it requires some deep hooks into your daily habits for sure.
Which brings us to Section 4, Microsoft Edge and Browsing, Web Telemetry.
Let's talk about Edge. The browser is continuously logging its state. It sends your specific internal edge build version, and it tracks your connection type, so it knows if you're struggling on a weak Bluetooth signal or flying on gigabit Ethernet. It also frequently sends your app consent state. This is basically Microsoft double-checking exactly what you've legally agreed to share regarding your diagnostic and browsing data. Now, the crucial puzzle piece linking all this together is the client ID. This is a unique identifier per device and profile that groups all your diagnostic browsing data together. But thankfully, privacy is built directly into this specific mechanism. If you ever disable data collection or uninstall the application, Microsoft completely resets this ID. It shatters the chain, severing your past data from your future data.
And finally, Section 5, Viewing Your Diagnostic Data, the X-ray tool.
You really don't have to stay in the dark here. Microsoft actually provides a dedicated, albeit somewhat hidden, app called the Diagnostic Data Viewer. It takes these invisible data streams we've been talking about and makes them completely visible to you in real time. It's like having an X-ray machine for your operating system.
Using it is surprisingly straightforward. You simply open it up, and in the left column, you'll see a running list of diagnostic events reflecting activities that just occurred on your machine. When you click one, it opens up a raw JSON file. You get to see the exact text and parameters uploaded to the servers, completely unfiltered. Just a quick note though, seeing it in the queue doesn't mean it's uploaded just yet, but it does show you exactly what is packaged and ready to go.
Now, for the power users out there who prefer the terminal, I see you can skip the graphical interface entirely. Running a simple PowerShell command, get-diagnostic data, pulls these exact same event objects right into your terminal window. It will show you the event name, the timestamp of when your device saw it, and crucially, it will clearly indicate if that specific event is flagged as required or optional. There's also a dedicated page specifically for your system crashes. Remember those error reporting dumps we talked about earlier? If you navigate to View Problem Reports, you can see a summary of all of them, along with a definitive green checkmark confirming whether that specific crash dump successfully made it to Microsoft servers or not. So, this leaves us with a big question to ponder. As Windows 11 evolves through versions 24H2 and 25H2, the telemetry becomes incredibly vast, meticulously detailed, and undeniably useful for fixing bugs at a global scale. But when it comes down to the balance between proactive, modern security, and your personal behavioral data, where exactly do you draw the line? I highly recommend you go check those settings and decide for yourself.